Okay, so as we've been reporting several developments on the Governor Patterson front today, the acting superintendent of the New York State Police has just stepped down only a week after he was put in charge.
Well, meantime, former Governor George Pataki says that he thinks that Patterson should step down if he is guilty of the charges against him. We are now being joined by political consultant Basil Smikle and the criminal defense attorney James Kousouros. Thanks for being with us, gentlemen.
All right, James, we're going to start with you first. The scandal seems to be having an effect on everybody. A Marist poll out today shows that Attorney General Andrew Cuomo's approval rating has actually plummeted. It's down 13 points. That begs the question of whether or not he, as a rumored candidate for governor, should be investigating this whole thing in the first place.
Certainly, and whether or not he should recuse himself. And the answer is clearly, in my opinion, yes. And what this approval rating diminishing perhaps shows is that appearance can affect perception.
Right.
And it's not necessarily to say that there is a conflict after all. Governor Patterson withdrew from the race. He's no longer a candidate. He's no longer a potential adversary. But again, the appearance of impropriety or the appearance of the politicization of the process is a problem here. And it's affecting, once again, the public's trust, I imagine. Mr. Cuomo is charged with investigating crimes. And at this time, he is investigating an administration against whom he was likely to run. And because of that, there is clearly an appearance that affects people's perception. And for that reason alone, I think that he should recuse himself.
James, on that point, can he still govern? Okay, right now we know that he's being investigated, has not been indicted. Say if, in fact, he has been indicted. Can he walk forward and still run the state, theoretically speaking?
I don't think so. I think that the distraction that we're seeing right now as we sit here without an indictment but these supposed pending charges which have been lodged, these ethics violations which have been found to have been committed. When you're indicted, you go to court, you're arraigned, there's a discovery process, there's the evaluation of the evidence, there's counsel meetings, there's the emotional impact on an individual of having to defend.
But Clinton ran the country during impeachment proceedings.
I'm sorry?
Clinton ran the country during impeachment proceedings.
He did. And it was a major distraction during his presidency. I'm speaking as a citizen of New York State and looking at the distraction that has come from this situation right now. Whether he should resign right now, I agree with Basil. Maybe a discussion needs to be had if and when he's actually charged. But let me say this. Whether he resigns now or later or not, one thing, at least to me, remains clear. New York State is going to suffer either way. If he resigns, we have, for this very short period of time, his replacement who has to come in, get up to speed. There's a budget proposal that needs to be dealt with this month. And then you have yet another individual to be elected to take over. And so we have no continuity. And who knows if we have the requisite preparedness to run the state if he does resign.